you just love having fun with your friends and spending time with them? Especially now that it's summer and you can go to the river, go swimming, build bonfires. Well, some of my best memories are times that I've spent with my friends, like the time when I was in middle school and my friends and I were lighting fireworks. Some of the boys looked over and our neighbor had, for some reason, hung a huge pair of men's white underwear on a wire hanger on their doorknob. The boys went running over there, took a smoke bomb and put it in the underwear and lit it and went running off. Well, out comes this blue smoke. It was hilarious seeing that come out of that white underwear. Pretty soon though, there was a little black hole forming. It got larger and larger, and then poof, the underwear went up in flames. Luckily the boys were close enough and no harm was done. That is, except for the underwear. It was a fun time. Well, maybe as I was telling my story to you and you were imagining this in your head, you somehow made the connection about some memories that you had with your friends. Well, that is the exact kind of connection that advertisers want viewers like you and me to make when we watch their commercials. You see, when we watch their commercials, they try to appeal to our emotions and our personal memories, which in turn makes us want to make a connection with the people in the commercial, which in turn makes us want to buy their products. So in view of that, we will be comparing and contrasting two different commercials for the same exact product of Jack Link's beef jerky, and we will be talking about two commercials using the series from Messing with Sasquatch. And then we'll discuss how these commercials might even reel you in. Okay, so both these commercials open with the typical wilderness scene with friends sitting outside having a great time, and of course they're eating their Jack Link's beef jerky, when all of a sudden they spot Sasquatch. Well, human nature sets in, and they see that Sasquatch is a little different than everybody, and he's somebody vulnerable, so they think it'd be great to pull a prank on him. In the first commercial, there are two teenage boys and two teenage girls. And they just get done swimming in the river. They look over and see Sasquatch bending over getting a drink from the river. One of the teenage boys runs over there with his wet towel, winds it up, and whips it and snaps Sasquatch right in the bottom. Everybody explodes with laughter. Well, in the second commercial, there are a group of middle-aged people sitting around a bonfire when Sasquatch comes out of the woods carrying a huge heavy log, and he looks exhausted. One of the women gets up out of her chair and beckons Sasquatch over to come rest. As he's sitting down, she yanks the chair out from underneath and he falls to the ground. Everybody laughs again at the expense of poor Sasquatch. It's all pretty funny, but the commercials don't end there. You see, Sasquatch does end up getting his revenge in both of the commercials. He gets his revenge against the teenager by pulling him by his swimming trunks and simultaneously yanking off his swimming trunks while throwing him in the river. And he gets his revenge on one of the men from the middle-aged group by kicking him and his chair to high heaven. Well, good prevails over evil. And of course they have to pitch their product, so at the end of the commercial, the commentator talks about the beef jerky. Well, it is fun for us as viewers to watch these series commercials about the same product. But producers of these commercials have ulterior motives. You see, they make these multiple commercials about the same products also to be able to appeal to different markets. For example, the teenage commercial appeals to teenagers because there are teenagers in it, the swimmer they're wearing is cool, and the teenagers can picture themselves in similar situations as in that commercial. The middle-aged commercial, on the other hand, appeals to middle-aged people because, again, there's people their age in the commercial, they're wearing the same type of clothing they wear, and maybe the middle-aged people akin this commercial to the quiet times they get to spend with other adult friends where they can still have fun. And the same two, although the commercials are both different, they can both appeal to the same kind of person, such as an underdog, because after all, the good did prevail over evil. So, Producers not only market though to age groups, they also can market to different regions in the country. For example, these outdoor commercials we were just discussing would be shown in regions of the country where people spend a lot of time outdoors, versus commercials perhaps about fashionable clothing and fashionable stores would be shown in places like New York. Well, today we have learned that there is more to commercials than just writing and airing them. To make commercials marketable, advertisers aim to have viewers like you and me link our experiences with those in the commercials. They do this by playing on our emotions and our memories, and we found out that they can market to different groups of people and to different regions. Well, I don't know about you, but when my family and I watch the Sasquatch commercials, we always get a good laugh out of them. They must be doing something right.